Have you tried decluttering your home only to have it slip right back into the same place it was? Are you overwhelmed with clutter even though you've tried numerous techniques and systems? My favorite way to declutter is to just spend a whole day going through all of my stuff, this radical purge and taking it all to the thrift store. And I'm going to tell you today why that doesn't work. Welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm Teresa. I've been a professional organizer for over 20 years. I have tons of experience, not only personally in my own home after raising and homeschooling 6 kids, but also being in the homes of hundreds of other people and helping them to achieve a peaceful home. Now, it's always easier to tell others what to do than to do it yourself, and I have my own struggles. Now, I explained how I normally like to do decluttering, and often with a client, we are doing a big sweeping job. We are taking an entire day, several days, several weeks. And that can be beneficial. But if you don't add in some other things, you will not have the longevity. First of all, what is clutter? I Googled it today, and this is what came up. A disorderly collection of things that fill a space or the state of confusion and disorder caused by such a collection. Most of us think of clutter as the stuff that's lying around or shoved in drawers and closets that we're not even really sure what to do with. Clutter causes mental fatigue, decision fatigue, anxiety, worry. There have been numerous studies over the years on the detriments of clutter in our lives and how that affects us, especially our brains. Not only will your home look better and more organized, but it truly can bring peace to your heart. Now, I'm inviting you in to this decluttering challenge. I did one last year, and I'll only be able to do, videos every few days. So if you're looking for a little more inspiration, I'm going to link the playlist below, and you can start to look at those older videos as well. So I've called this decluttering challenge 15 minutes to a peaceful home. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot of time, but here's the catch. When you do that grand weekend sweep of your kitchen and it looks fabulous, but you have no system to keep it up, you'll be right back to the same place in 6 months or a year. Because we don't address the root issues, we find ourselves right back under the thumb of clutter. So what are the benefits to decluttering? Why should you join this challenge? Number 1, your home will be easier to clean. It is very difficult to clean around clutter. When you have to move things all the time, it's really hard. Second, you'll save time, especially looking for things that you can't find, things that are lost or misplaced. When there's piles everywhere, it's really easy for your stuff to get lost. Number 3, you'll save money, because I cannot tell you how many clients I have had that have multiples of things because they went out and bought a new one because they couldn't find the ones they already own. Decluttering also reduces stress. It brings peace and calm into your home. It increases mood. It increases productivity. There are just countless benefits. Now, the main reason I want you decluttering 15 minutes a day, it doesn't mean you can't do more. You absolutely can, but not at the expense of your normal routines. So in other words, there's no, I'm not doing the dishes all day because I'm decluttering my linen closet. We're not going to put the laundry on hold because we're decluttering the kids' bedroom. When you do that, you have a certain amount of satisfaction at what you accomplished, but now you have this big mess to clean up. And so keeping up with your routines is extremely important. The things that you normally do, the way that you do your laundry and your dishes and your trash especially, those 3 things have to be maintained. You could let up a little bit on the vacuuming and dusting. Those will take the same amount of time whether you wait a week or 2 weeks or 3. But if you don't keep up on those other chores, you're going to have a disaster. Although decluttering organizing experts are called professional organizers, that is the least of what we do. The main job is decluttering, because organizing clutter is a waste of time. What you end up doing is what I call the clutter shuffle. You just move it around. You get new bins, new boxes, new organizing systems. You shuffle things from one room to another, from this closet to that. You're trying to find creative ways to store your things, and you spend all your energy doing that when half of the stuff isn't even adding real value to your life. How do we get clutter? Clutter comes from delayed decisions. So it might be that something doesn't have a home. If it doesn't have a place to go, then you don't know where to put it. So it gets set on the counter, gets set on your desk, on a nightstand, on a coffee table. You know that once you put one item on a surface, it's like a clutter magnet. And eventually you have a pile of things that you don't know what to do with. Clutter comes from things that need to be fixed. Things that were given to us by a friend or family member, and we no longer use them, but we are afraid to let go. A huge contributor to clutter is the someday things. I might need it someday. That right there will just drain the life right out of you. What about the things that need to go elsewhere? Things that need to be returned to a friend or to the store, things that need to be researched, things that need to be paid. All of these delayed decisions become clutter. Now, maybe you have a fairly organized home. Maybe you have a place for everything. Just because something has a place doesn't mean you need it. Just because something has a place doesn't mean it's adding to your life. It might just be sitting there, waiting for someone to do something with it. The more you have, the more you have to manage, period. So if you are with me for this month-long decluttering challenge, 15 minutes a day to a peaceful home, there's two things I want you to keep in mind and strive for. First of all, use a timer. Look at your day and see, what do I have time for that isn't going to get in the way of family, caring for kids, doing my regular chores, etc. Set your timer for 15 minutes and do what you can in that time. If at the end of that time period, you have time to do more and you have the energy, set your timer for another 15 minutes and keep going. But at the end of the day, the second thing is everything for donate needs to go straight into your car. You don't want extra piles sitting around in your house, and you certainly don't want another delayed decision, another to-do item. Oh, I've got to go get this to the thrift store. It'll already be in your car, ready to go. I do recommend that you write down the different areas of your home and use tally marks to keep track of all the things that are going out. It is highly motivating. Lastly, remember, this is not an organizing challenge. It is a decluttering challenge. It doesn't mean you can't organize along the way, but this is not the time to go out and be buying bins and containers. Just get rid of the junk. I personally am also doing a no spend month because while I'm trying to get stuff out, I have no interest in bringing more in. And a no spend month is amazing. I will leave a link below to a video that will explain exactly how to do it. And you can save so much money and have a nice chunk of cash at the end of the month. I'm gonna go ahead today and film my 15-minute session, which is going to be in my kitchen. I just realized how long this video is, so I'm gonna cut it here and make this my introduction. And then I'm gonna grab some lunch and do my first 15 minutes in the kitchen, and that will be my next video. So are you in for this month-long challenge? Let me know below how you're feeling about this. Excited, overwhelmed, terrified? Decluttering can bring up a lot of emotions. Also, if you are new to decluttering, 15 minutes a day is the perfect way to start, and I'll be here to guide you along the way. If you happen to be on social media, you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and I'm going to try to do some stories each day to tell you what I'm working on. I definitely won't be able to film every single thing I'm doing, but I'll be able to give suggestions day by day. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for joining me today on The Peaceful Home for this introduction to this month-long decluttering challenge, 15 minutes to a peaceful home.